good morning, good morning to you, my subs, my conscious ones, New Life Revolution. How are you guys? Pardon um, the way I look. I am very much under the weather. I am sick. I have a really bad, 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 terrible cold. Um, Went to the doctor. Um, got my self checked out. Thank goodness negative for all the major diseases, that's going on now. The COVID, obviously, the influenza, norovirus, all that crap. So I'm clear of that, but I did have some viral congestion, infection type of thing. So, um, yeah, so I'm on antibiotics and I've been out of work for some days. I'm kind of contemplating whether I'm going to return today, which I probably won't because I'm still feeling like somebody, like a little bit of body aches, and which is weird because like I don't have the flu, but and then like a lot of like pressure in my head, a lot of headaches and stuff. So I'm not sure if going in today is gonna be the best thing for me to do. Um, Seems like I've been taking a lot of time off of work, even though it seems like it's just been a lot, And so, what's what can we do but just push forward, despite our challenges, despite our issues that we face just on a day to day. Not even talking about like personal problems that you may be dealing with or personal decisions that you might be grappling with, but for the most part, just everyday, you know, the minutia of just everyday life. And so, it's been a lot. It's been hard to like really get focused. It seems like when you're dealing with one issue and that's done, then boom, before you know it, it's something else, as is the thing called life. So I don't, um, I try not to, I attempt most times to not like get in that space or that energy of like, just kind of seeing things as half empty or like kind of getting in that mindset of like, oh, why me? I attempt very hard and strongly to not get pulled into that mindset because that's like the rabbit hole. Once you kind of start letting the water, get into the boat, then you know how that story ends. You sink and you get deeper and deeper, deeper into the lower parts, and then before you know it, you're just way off course. So, me personally, every challenge, I face it regardless to what it is, and I'm not being cocky or I'm not, trying to, deal with any type of boastfulness, but I'm just being blunt and honest. And when I say every challenge that I met with, I faced it head on because what do you do when you're met with a challenge, And so that's what life is really about. It's about, facing challenges. It's about um, activating the resilience that you have within, being able to stay in the light despite, you know, the madness that is going on externally, um, and just stay focused, you know. I mean, it's like that mantra, keep your eye on the prize, and that's your eyes on the prize, and that's important, you know, in life. That's like a golden rule. And, you know, that's just really, really, really something that helps you when you are going through challenging times. But what about you guys? Like, what challenges are you facing? Um, has there been anything that has kind of thrown you off your game, kind of stopped you dead in your tracks, whether it be personal, you know, family, relationship, um, even with, you know, to do with yourself? What's going on? It's been, like I said, it's been a while, my conscious ones. I don't want you to think that, you know, we're still not, you know, committed to our mission, which is, you know, divine consciousness, um, really tapping into the divine light and love and peace that we all have inside of us. It's just a matter of pulling out what's in, okay? And then it's able to, you know, you're able to make that change, that shift. But yeah, I mean, like for me, you know, being sick, that's, you know, for everyone, it's a challenge, you know. No one wants to be sick, but, you know, it's just confronting it and standing up and doing the best you can to make yourself, you know, well again. You know, in addition to taking medicine, I know some people are against, you know, medicine, and they kind of prefer a homeopathic type of source, and that's fine. Um, but yeah, I'll take some medicine as long as it gets me, you know, and I think that the medicine does, you know, some of the work, but then again, it's up to us because we still have to nourish ourselves, right? We still have to drink a lot of water, a lot of fluids, okay? We still have to like eat well, you know, eat good. And so, even when we're sick. So, that's something that, you know, can be a challenge for people. And, like I've been wanting like milk and like cookies, but I know that milk, well, I don't drink, you know, my milk is dairy free, so I don't think I would have so much of an issue because, you know, drinking milk builds mucus. Um, and so that's not really good when you're sick because your body is already kind of accumulating mucus. And anything dairy, you know, will definitely add to that mucus formation. I don't even want to talk about it. But yeah, so it's just really about wellness. It's about wellness. It's about overall being well. And that's mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And that's a lot, you know, that's a broad umbrella. But, you know, it starts, you have to start somewhere. There has to be a starting point. And I believe that ultimately, um, you know, it's important. It's kind of like if you look at yourself as like a house, you know, and what is the first thing that you consider when building a house or when wanting to buy a house or just the basic schematics of how a house is built, right? And so we know that it starts with the foundation. And when I think of the foundation in terms of um, making that correlation with the foundation and the self, which I would think would be like the mental part, the cerebral part, okay, which is what goes on up here. And if what's going on up here is not really, um, you know, in connection and in cohesion, and um, if up here is just all scattered, then I do believe that what's up here obviously is going to affect every other part of the body. And so, having that mental foundation, having that mental agility, being strong minded, um, that's important to build the strength of your mind. It sounds a little weird or quirky, but think about it. Um, and so when you think about having a strong mind, what comes to mind? Oh, discipline. Okay, yeah, that's a component of having a strong mind. Discipline. Um, what's another component of having a strong mind? I would say strength. Yeah. You know, if you think strong, I believe you can feel strong. If you, in your mind, believe that you are strong, then you're going to take on that. That strength is going to, um, it's going to show up. And so I don't want to go on and list, there's so many things to list, there's so many components. But just those two for an example, right? It speaks about having a strong mind. And so don't take for granted um, the power of your mind, how very strong and purposeful and important tool that we have is our mind. Okay, and when you can master your mind, then it's like you truly, you truly have the ascension. You truly go through the ascension, you know. And that's it, because the mind is something that is such a complex place, right? And even, for example, um, the way our mind reacts to different stimulus, the way our minds work when we're under certain conditions, certain environments. So it's very, very much important that we gain mental strength, because believe it or not, mental strength is something that's going to fortify your physical strength. So just keep that in mind. And so when you're thinking about the life you want for yourself and the person you want to become, you look at yourself, or you can kind of use a house as a metaphor. I don't know if that's the proper little, uh, I'm not sure if that's the proper term. Um, but you look at your life and you understand that everything starts with the foundation. And when I think of foundation, I think of, for some reason, I think of my mind. I think of, that being the foundation, the place where logic and reasoning and problem solving and conflict resolution and creativity, um, resilience, discipline, like all of those things um, are formed in the mind. And so um, that's where the foundation starts. So now, if you have a strong mind, then you can pivot, You can take redirection. You can rebuild. You can transform. You can do so many things. And then eventually, um, you see yourself as someone that is capable. You see someone yourself as someone that you can count on, someone that shows up. And not saying that life is going to be an easy street, never that. Not saying that you'll always get it right, that it'll always be fun, that it'll always be, um, you know, exciting, it'll always be beneficial. No, not saying any of those things. I mean, that's just not the reality. But what the reality is that we understand who we are and what we want to be. And in understanding that, now we take the decisive steps and we take intended action and we focus and we commence to become or build the life and the person that we want to be. And so, how are you building yourself to be the person that you want to be? Not the person that you feel you should be, not the person that you've been told you should be, but the person that you truly see yourself as. How are you building that person? How are you creating the life that you always wanted? It's not easy. It's never going to be easy. But again, we have the foundation. Get the foundation. And once you have the foundation, I truly believe that the sky's the limit. And the only one that really can stop you really is you. Your self doubts, your negative self talk, your fears, your lack of faith, if you will. So, how are you building yourself? What parts are you taking out? What parts are being repaired? What parts just need to be replaced altogether? You know, does the roof need, do you need a new roof? Do you need a new roof? And when I say roof, do you need a new mindset? Or are you able to see the where the repairs are necessary and you're able to like get to work immediately, and it's not like a little plaster here, a little plaster there, like you're really, really refining, you are really, really, you know, getting to the places and you're cementing that it's fixed, right? If you can't do that, then tear off the roof. Change your whole mindset. Change the way you think. Change the way you see things. And so I just wanted to share this little quick video with my subscribers, aka my conscious ones. I'm always sending you guys, whether you see me or hear from me or not, I'm always sending you divine love, peace, and light. That's from my soul to your souls. And any first time viewers that's watching this video, how about you go and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this? And let's keep the conversation going. What are you building, or how are you rebuilding or building yourself to be the best person you can? Again, for more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. I've taken my medicine. I'm gonna go make some tea with lemon and honey and just try to, you know, keep myself hydrated, ride this this little temporary illness out, cold out, and I'll be back. Love you. Conscious ones. Subscribe to my channel.